Good morning, class, or afternoon, depending on when you're watching this video. Today is Monday, May 4th, and we're going to get started with our language arts section. So today, our musical mania song is Surrey with a Fringe on Top. And when I play this in class, when I've done this musical mania before, my favorite part is really talking about what a Surrey is. So the first time I want you to listen to this song, I want you to do what we always do, which is highlight and find good examples. Find words that you don't know. Remember, that's our comprehension strategy, and it helps us because it gives our brain permission to skip past those words and not worry about them unless they're really, inhibiting our understanding. Surrey is said like 100 times throughout the course of the song. And so because of that, it is important for us to know what that word is. So as you listen to this song a second time, instead of drawing a picture that goes with what's happening in this song, you can, of course, listen to it a third time and use that comprehension strategy. But one of the times that you listen to the song, I want you to try to find text evidence or find examples that would suggest that a Surrey is an animal, a vehicle, a toy, or a home. Now, when you listen to the song the first time, you might have an immediate image in your head of what a Surrey is. And you might be like, I'm sure that it is a whatever. I'm not going to give it away. And what I challenge you to do is to have an open mind as you're reading these lyrics and as you're going through the song to think, what evidence do I have for each of these? Because it might not be exactly what you expect. Okay, so the next thing that we're going to do after that is we're going to read through these comprehension questions, and then I want you to make sure that you're using your strategies and that we're just reviewing all these things with the different songs that we're doing in our Ultimate Language Notebook. So read the dictionary definition below. Honey is 1, a noun, a sweet substance created by bees. 2, noun, a term of endearment used with addressing someone you are familiar with. 3, used to describe the coloration of something as being particular brownish gold in scale. So which definition of honey is used in the second line of the song? Okay, so questions like this, I always hate because it seems like they're very complicated, right? They give this whole dictionary definition and they have the pronunciation and the noun. They're basically giving you like a math problem where they're giving you all this extra information. Feel free to slash the trash in language arts as well. It's not just a math strategy, it's also a language arts strategy. So really what this is asking me is which part of this definition applies to the honey of this song. So once you identify that he's calling the person that he's with honey, he's not talking about the stuff that comes from bees, it's pretty clear that the answer to this one is a definition 2 or B. Because this is a term of endearment, he's talking to a girl he'd like to date. The author most likely uses slang words like fur and noddin because A, he doesn't know how to spell these words properly, B, to make them rhyme better, C, to use onomatopoeia to show how a Surrey actually sounds, or D, to better set the setting of the song. So you might not remember what onomatopoeia is. Onomatopoeia is a really fun word for something very simple. Onomatopoetic words are words that sound exactly what they mean. So for example, buzz is what we use to describe how a bee sounds, right? B-U-Z-Z is a word, but what that word is describing is simply a sound, buzz, right? Another example would be like slap. Slap kind of sounds like that. And so another example would be bark or meow or bang or pow. Those are all defined by the sound that they make. And so that's what an onomatopoeia is. So that's really not what fur and noddin are. So it's not C. It really isn't used to make the words rhyme better because it's often not the word that rhymes in the stanza. And remember, stanza is a chunk of text. Usually the answer is not that the author does not know how to spell these words properly, especially in a situation like this where the characters are talking and not writing anything down. What this is D, to better set the setting of the song. Remember, setting is the time and place in which something is taking place. So you can obviously tell that this song is from Oklahoma, the musical, and Oklahoma is, surprise, surprise, set in Oklahoma. And so the author is trying to give us a Southern accent or a Southern dialect to all these words. So they want us to kind of imagine in our head, nodding and a heading. It would be weird to say nodding and a heading. It would just not kind of roll off your tongue in that same way. It wouldn't give us the same sense of the setting. Kerplop and clip-clop are both examples of A, alliteration, analogies, onomatopoeia, or figurative language. So let's start with each of these and talk about what they mean and see whether or not that's a correct answer. So is it alliteration? Clip-clop is, because they both start with a k sound. Kerplop is not, right? There's not a second word in there. The adjective, they're not analogies because they're not comparing anything to something else, and they're not figurative language because the horse can literally make the sound kerplop and clip-clop. We just talked about what onomatopoeia is. It's sound words. These are both sound words. Kerplop and clip-clop are C, onomatopoeia. Number 5, the adjective that best describes how the character is singing this song is A, desperate, B, nervous, C, cheerful, or D, obedient. So this is a question about tone. How does this song make you feel? How is he singing? His tone is very clearly C, cheerful. Chicks and ducks and geese better scurry, right? It's really upbeat. It would be different if it was like chicks and ducks and geese, like really depressing. This one's really upbeat and happy and fast. All of the following are details that the character gives us about a Surrey, except for A, it has friends and shutters, B, it makes noise, C, it is shiny, or D, it has a solid roof. I believe it is C, that it is shiny. It doesn't have. I could be wrong. I'm blanking. This is not a song I'm as familiar with. So in addition, I'm going to be posting some out of my mind, which I'm now realizing I did not put into this particular video, and that was a mistake. Trying to see what we read. Momentary pause. Hello, class. So yesterday we read apparently chapters 23 and 24 in Out of My Mind. So we're going to go over those answers right now. So open up your Ultimate Language book to the Out of My Mind section. Chapter 23 says, how does Melody feel about the competition? She is nervous but very excited. She loves being part of the team. How has her ability to deal with negative comments of others changed over the course of the book? Because she's able to talk with others and communicate how she feels, she is better able to deal with their comments. And then 24, describe the experience of being at the competition. Why is it special for Melody? It's exciting and one of the best moments of her life. It's the first time she's really being celebrated for her intelligence, and she's part of a team, and she has like friends beside her. It's a little strange because Claire is like kind of faking it a little bit, but it's a really fun and exciting experience. She gets new clothes, she gets dressed up. Her whole family's there. Her dad's recording her on his camcorder, the way he kind of records Penny. Our questions for today, and I apologize that I do not have these posted on the screen. That was my mistake. But the chapters we're going to be reading for today are chapters 25, 26, and 27. So it's a little bit longer. This is definitely the most climactic part of the book. So make sure you're paying extra attention. For chapter 25, the question is, and you can write this down, or I've always been posting this notebook on Google Classroom with all the answers. Chapter 25 says, why are Claire's answers to "Are you Melody's friend" surprising? Why does she do this? Do you think her attitude towards Melody has changed? With chapter 26, why is Melody so self-conscious at the restaurant? What happens to Claire at the restaurant? What would you be thinking if you were Melody in this situation? And chapter 27, why is Melody upset about the newspaper article? And how would you react to the newspaper article if you were one of the other Quiz Kids team members? So you can listen to those questions. You have a couple options here. You can answer these in your Ultimate Language notebook and find the questions there and answer them there. You can find them on Google Classroom, print them out. You can answer them on a spare sheet of loose leaf paper. All of those are acceptable ways to complete this assignment. Thank you so much for tuning in for Language Arts, and I will see you on Tuesday.